This, my friends, will change your life.
In today's video, we are at Sydney Drag Race. That was nuts. Oh boy, do I have the product for you. Let's just get straight into it. What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. I've been wanting to make this video for so long now, especially over the last couple days or week, but in case you guys aren't aware, like as you can see with clickbait right now, it has been it's been flooding. Like we've had to tie down clickbait so it didn't float away, and I'm kidding, but Sydney has been like absolutely in ruins with the rain that we've gotten, and it has been absolutely freaking mental. So yeah, I've wanted to make this video for so long now, and I feel like we can only just do it by getting into it now. Alrighty. First off, I want to say we are having an end of financial year sale. So we have the brand new shirts that we had only available at Brashnats. We have a couple left over of those. I've decided to whack those up on the website. Normally they are $35, so we're going to make them $25 each for you. Also, keychains, the injector hat keychains, normally $20. Going to do them $15 for you because we love you. There's probably going to be some other stuff as well, but I can't think of what else we're going to put on there right now. But you know where to go. Link in the description or just here, picnicmedia.com, and grab yourself some goodies and help support the channel. I don't know if you guys remember P1 Australia, but around about this time last year, they helped us revolutionize the game for wet sump engines and in the burnout industry. Now with dry sumps, you can preheat your oil with a probe or a heat mat. You couldn't do that with wet sumps. So P1 Australia helped us revolutionize the game with their stick-on heat mat. They've got something even better for us now. We've been developing this kit with them for over a year now. Can't wait to show you.
This, my friends, will change your life. From P1 Australia, this is an engine heater. This uses your cooling system to warm up your engine. Not even warm it, get it preheated. So I'll place this bad boy on the ground just there for now. In approximately 10 to 20 minutes, give or take a little bit, temperatures, yeah, well, you know exactly. It can get this bloody thing so hot that like the manifold down to the sump is hot to the touch. To the point where when you put your hands on the heads, you would almost burn yourself. It gets the entire engine up to temperature. It can get it up to close to 60 to 70 degrees before you even hit the key. So if you guys remember from Brashnats, in the video when I say we are warming the engine up, and you can see down the bottom of the screen where I say that engine you can hear running, that's not ours. That is because while everyone else was out there milking up their oil, or wasting methanol, blowing out your eardrums, sitting there wasting time idling with a cold engine with really tight tolerances. Like these performance engines are so freaking highly strung. Everything is so perfectly like well engineered and made. These things are designed to run in a very small window of efficiency, I guess you'd say. And what this amazing piece of technology can do is it can get the entire engine hot. So you've got everything that expands and contracts gets to where it needs to be. All of the clearances on your bearings and everything is exactly where it needs to be before you even hit the key. So not only does it make starting it cold quicker and more efficient, it is healthier for your engine. This isn't just a fancy little gimmick. This thing bloody works. And it is like, when Glenn from P1 Australia first showed me this thing, like he showed me on a sprint car engine. Apparently this has been around for sprint cars for a very long time, but we're gonna bring this to burnouts. Either way, when he first showed it to me, I couldn't believe what was going on. Like I was standing in his garage, I could smell a running engine, and it was mind-boggling. You could look at the temperature gauge, and it was up around 60, 70 degrees. You could put your hand near the engine and feel the heat. You could put your hand on the headers. You could put your hand on the sump. You could put your hand on the manifold. The whole thing was hot. And I said straight away, we've got to get something rolling. So sadly, this is for the LS boys only at the moment, but we have been lucky enough to develop a kit that soon will be on market for any LS engine. So you don't have to be blown. You don't have to be anything crazy. Any LS engine
And so far what we are doing is we are developing the kit for people that run the mechanical fuel pump that comes on an LS. So everyone knows you've got your two ins and outs for your heater port, more or less. So we are utilizing one of those on just after the thermostat on the water pumps. So if you come down here, I took it off just so it's a little bit easier to see. I can't get camera down there. There. So as you can see, yes, it's a bit dirty. This is the back of the water pump. This is the inlet and outlet for the heater core, which would then go through the firewall on a factory car. We are using this to hook up to come around. Oh, I'll have to take the front bar off, idiot. I'll show you. But that comes around, snakes around, and there's a dry dock connector right there. The other side goes to your giant coolant plug. I mean, actually, I'll probably put it up. Even in the air, you won't see it. Maybe if I pull this lead. Can you see it now? Yeah. So just there. That silver fitting right there goes into pretty much the water gallery. That's where you can empty the block. It takes a huge, like 17 mil Allen key. I'll show you the fitting that comes out of it. This comes out of pretty much every LS engine block. We originally developed this with the L98 that used to be in Clickbait. It was in a different location just on the block, but it was the exact same fitting. This one has changed a little bit. It's actually a little bit further back, but it now actually, it still works. The reason we never had this or developed this kit with the old setup, the old combo in Clickbait, was because the cast alloy block was actually grout filled because of the style of the combo and how big the pistons were. It was grout filled. So when we finally discovered where we could come from with the block, we took this out and no coolant came out. And we were like, what the hell is going on there? So we got under there and had a look, and it was covered over. And I was like, yes, the engine's grout filled, so we can't use this. But with this new combo, I was straight away like, hell yes, this will work. So straight from there, comes around the front here. I'll get the front bar off. All right, so with the bar off, you can literally see that I've got my dry dock connectors coming out right here. Right there, looks really good and comes straight out through the front bar. I want to figure out a cooler way, maybe a way that we can leave the front bar on so that we can hook it up with the front bar still, because I reckon that'll look cool. But yeah, literally it's a dry dock push on fitting, I guess. Literally just 1 and 2. Now that's it connected. Now from there, all you literally have to do is plug it in. Most places you go these days have power. If not, bring a bloody Jenny. Now this, once you plug it in, this has a heating core in it and also a tiny pump. So this will circulate your coolant. It's using your coolant through your heads, through your block, through the entire engine to warm it up. It is so smart, so efficient. And when you team that up with the stick-on wet sump pad, or if you've got a dry sump, the dry sump heater with a probe, your entire engine, from oiling to cooling, just the entire freaking engine, running temperature before you hit the key. Game changer. You can thank me later. I'll put the link in the description for P1 Australia, but the kit's not ready just yet. That fitting we had to custom make. That has to go into production, but it's on its way, and this is incredible. I have been so excited for the last 12 plus months, wanting to tell you guys about this product. I know a lot of you guys that watch this don't exactly have your own car yet, but I know there's a lot of people out there like Nick Brasher. He loved the wet sump stick-on heat mats that we made a video on last year. I'll also put a link to those in the description. But just absolute game changers. And I love when it's Aussie ingenuity too that is jumping on board. Like a lot of other motorsports don't quite understand burnouts, no matter how big they are, no matter how much it's taking the world by storm kind of thing, with the help of the likes of Cletus and things like that. But when you have this ingenuity, when he can see how passionate we are, and he wants to step out of his own world of sprint car racing and help develop products that benefit us. It is absolutely incredible. And I really hope that you guys are keen for this product because it is a game changer. It is just especially at an event like Brashnats, the coldest event that we can possibly get of the year, where there's frost on the cars and everything. We're standing around the heater warming our hands because it's just incredible technology. All right, I'm gonna stop. kissing ass about this incredible product. He did not pay me. This is not a paid sponsorship or advertisement or anything like that. Sure, we are developing the kit together. He's using clickbait as a guinea pig, but this is not a paid sponsorship or anything like that. It is just such an incredible product by an incredible person. He's such a nice guy that I want to do. I will move heaven and earth to help him with how much he is going to revolutionize the burnout game. I love this shit. I love this shit. All right, let's go over some of the new attributes that I've changed on the wagon. Okay, so not only do we have the engine heater now, but after our fire at Brashenats, I moved our trans cooler up the front. And I changed the feet. If you remember the oil cooler, we had the fittings coming out the top, which is fine. It is an okay, I guess, orientation to have it in, because you'll have fluid come in one side, pull around, and push out the other side. But obviously the worst scenario is having fittings on the bottom, because instead of going through the core, it'll just pull the bottom, go out the other side, and it won't be effective. So the most effective way is to have it like this, more or less. So it comes in through the top from the trans, pulls all the way through, gets maximum cooling, maximum efficiency, back to the trans. Now, along with the hard lines, we have so much more room down here now. And everything, I feel like we're really dialing this new car in. It is definitely a new car. The things we've learned, how far we've come, the way this new combo is, it is a new car. It drives different, sounds different, feels different. It's just, oh man, I'm so excited with how well this car is coming together. So now that we've got trans cooler lines down the back and the hard lines coming from the back, there's nothing that can really be effed with, from tire slap, smoke, I guess, fire, because like I was saying in the last video, transmission fluid is like lighter fluid, more so than fuel. Like, you all saw Overkill's massive fire from trans. It looked like it would have been fuel, but it was trans fluid. I wanted to get that up the front, away. Dealing with the wiring was fun, because when the wires melted after Brashenats from the fire, I've actually got, this was the plug left from the fan that was melted and into oblivion. So literally down to bare wires and everything. This shorted out, popped the fuses, or melted the fuses pretty aggressively. And yeah, so I really wanted to be able to change all that. So rewired everything, brought it up the front, got it all neat and tidy so that it kind of just sits there nicely and it's not sticking out or ugly. The next thing that I really want to tackle is cooling. So all I've really ever had is a big overflow. Now, I didn't quite understand cooling. I still don't quite understand cooling. It is an art in itself. It is a crazy thing to come across. It's not simply what you can store in the radiator and what it wants to push out. Now, I know that the hose that comes from here, from VEs, it needs to be in an overflow reservoir style so that it can push fluid out when it expands. When everything gets hot and the friction from heat expands with the cooling, it needs to go somewhere. Now, you can see that it started pushing out this bottle because it got that hot. Especially being an iron block now, it's going to get a lot warmer. It's going to stay a lot warmer. Now, because we were using Stay Frosty from VP, the temperatures didn't skyrocket crazily like they always used to. But still, I feel like one of our main issues is a poor setup on the cooling system. So the factory reservoirs, they have a good amount of size for it to dump fluid, and also to suck it up, and it's in a specific way. It normally sits over here in a factory one. I need to try and get something over here, but I'm going to try and copy what it comes from factory and make it better than just having a zip tied bottle, because I really don't think that's working. But that'll be for the next project, because I'm still trying to research and figure out what will best suit this scenario, because the VE Commodore was $1 billion R&D project. And yes, while that also is probably a contributing factor to what was the demise of Holden with how much they spent in developing the VE Commodore, everything is so dialed and so well done. They spent so much time, money, and effort on the R&D behind the cooling system. The radiators are flawless. They're great. They're massive. I don't think the radiator is our problem overall. Number one, we don't have a thermostat in there at the moment. The fluid's moving too quick. Moving too quick, it can't stay in the core long enough to cool. That's issue number one. So we'll either put a thermostat in there or a way to slow it down, which I've seen in different ways as well. So that's one. Two is we need a proper overflow reservoir or expansion tank or something, some kind of system, because any boosted engine is going to produce pressure. So we have to figure out a way to overcome that. But I've got a couple ideas in mind. If there's any of you legends out there that really understand it way better than I do, obviously, please, more than welcome, drop some comments down below, because I want to set up a good system. I don't know if I should just stick with the factory one, like, because obviously they did great and it's a factory system still, or what? I don't know. I would love your help. But I think I've been rambling long enough tonight. So it's been really good to get back on camera because the weather has just been so shocking lately. But that's where we're going to sign off today's video. It was a really quick one. We still only looked over a couple things, but man, some amazing things. And yeah, don't forget the end of financial year sale, guys. Picnikmedia.com. We got shirts, we got the keychains. We might throw some other stuff up there, some other goodies down real cheap. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, which I don't know what we'll be doing, but we're going to be doing cool shit like normal. Alrighty, guys. Catch you in the next one. Take it easy. See you later.
Bugging, there's nothing that we got in common. I've been out grinding and hustling, investing this paper, got tired of eating that ramen. All of my music be heat, I ain't missing a beat. I've been blessed with impeccable timing. Watch all them people who friendly, it turn into envy whenever they see that you shine.